something to say, and yes, I'm driving, and yes, I know some people don't like that. Well, I have angels around me, so I know I'm good. So stop worrying about me speaking and recording and driving at the same time. Many of you go on the phone while you're driving. This is kind of the same thing, okay? So anyway, this month is May. We've got the eclipse, we've got a full moon coming up in a few days. And what I want to say to you is that there are many different levels of consciousness present in this present moment all at the same time. So just feel into yourself and connect into that idea for a moment so that you know it's true. And again, I apologize with the sound of the car if you're having trouble to listen to that. So there's different levels of different layers of consciousness, and you float amongst them all depending on what you're engaging with, right? So if you're engaging with anger and fear, you're down the bottom. If you're connected to God, let's give as an example, you're not on social media, you're not listening to the news, you're up higher up. And so what's really important this month is that more of us are in the upper levels, because this is going to crystallize and solidify for the next 6 months, is what I'm being told, that the next 6 months depends on how we are in this month because of that eclipse, which is coming up in a few days. So if you want to help the evolution of humanity, which is what's going on now, the evolution of humanity, as opposed to a revolution that goes around and around and around in a circles, in a revolution revolving and not going anywhere, we're evolving, we're coming out of that. You have to be very clear about what you're engaging with. So pick your battles. So switch things off. Now for me personally, and I have no problem sharing about this, I was getting very involved, very emotive about the transgender stuff. I was having a discussion with my son about it, because he cares very strongly, because he has friends who are trans. I was listening to Graham Linehan, I was feeling it in my chest in knots, and I decided I could get totally sucked in and really be upset and angry and become an activist myself, but that would keep me trapped in the lower levels of those conscious bands that I'm talking about. So I took a step back. There's also information coming through, if you want to call it the truther movement or the alt-right or whatever they want to feckin' label us now, because labels are weaponized. So if we take a label on, it holds us fixed in the consciousness band, and that's what they're trying to do. I don't see myself as anything other than me, and I'm hoping that you're the same. Okay, just make sure you're not holding any labels, because if you label yourself, you're restricting yourself in the up and down flow of what you're able to connect to in those consciousness bands. So in the truther movement, let's just say it's not necessarily infiltrators or plants. Let's just say human nature wants to have a fight. Human nature doesn't know how to live without drama. There's lots of drama going on. This person's a bad person, that person's a bad person, this person is a fake, he's a shill, he's funded by Pfizer, you know, all that kind of stuff. So what I'm suggesting is that you take a step back from that too. This person said that this is going to happen, and that person, no. What are you engaging with? What level are you on those consciousness bands? That's the most important thing, guys. So what I suggest you do is stop. Okay? Just stop everything. Every day, make a conscious effort to stop and to ask yourself, what am I engaging with? What am I connecting into? What's getting me all heated up? Now, we all have our weak spots. And if you're passionate about something and you're really angry about something, that's okay. But don't be passionate and angry all day. Okay, do something about it and rise above. You know, there's stuff going on in my kids' school. I did something and I'm moving away. You know, there's stuff going on still about the COVID, and I was watching High Wire last night, and it's like there's still stuff there to get all riled up about. I'm not going to lose my power, because for me and for you, if you're still watching this, the most important thing is to engage with those higher levels, the high frequencies, the crystalline levels. I'm not saying love and light, because that's crap. We know that. That's new age brainwashing. Okay, we are allowed to be up here and be active. We are allowed to be up here and make changes. We're allowed to be up here and say, no, I don't approve of this. I don't give consent for that. But you hold it and you close it off, and you bring your energy in so that you are looking into what's good. I'll give you an example. I made stickers on my Telegram for people who were saying they wanted stickers, and I made 2. One of them said, I do not comply, I am a sovereign being. I'm a sovereign being was small, I do not comply was big. And I thought, hang on, I'm putting all of my energy into I do not comply, so I swapped them around. I am a sovereign being, big energy, I am a sovereign being. And then I do not comply was just underneath it, small writing. And I thought, yeah, because if I am a sovereign being, then it's all encompassing in that, and I don't need to say I do not comply because I'm a sovereign being. No, I'm a sovereign being. End of story. And you see, it's how you present that to the world is what's going to bring out. And so when I'm sitting here going, I'm a sovereign being, and I'm sending out that transmission, it's hitting off people who are saying it and rising them up too. So that's May. That's the eclipse. You need to be very clear about what you are intending. And I hope you're able to hear me over the noise of my driving, and I'd love to hear what you think. So do let me know your thoughts.